Wow. Here we go.
Okami.
Hello, Ghost. How are you? How's it going? You've got more Turbo Doggo. Well, welcome from your job. Glad to have you. I am playing this with a PS1 controller. Yes,
PS1 controller.
yes, the PSONE controller, and it
What's gonna
feels so nice in
what's
my
gonna
hands.
what are they gonna do when they inevitably make a new console called the PS1?
I don't think they're gonna do the same thing Xbox did.
What if they did? It'd be so confusing.
I think they're psychos, but I already think Sony is a bunch of psychos.
Dude, they haven't known how to name their consoles like since the original. It feels like Xbox. Okay, I kind of get it. Xbox 360 because it's a revolution.
Yeah, remember when the Wii was called the Nintendo Revolution?
Yep.
That was pretty amusing, wasn't it?
What about the Ultra 64?
Steve. I think they had some reason they couldn't use that, right?
Who knows?
But yeah, this controller is working just fine for it. This is and the funny thing is, this thing is turned like brownish yellow because the plastic just has been discoloring. Whirly whirly. I think I need to go to Shinshu. Not certain. My brain go
Well,
burp.
Shin should be been a good boy. I guess you can.
Wet. Also, I kind of love how they make the dog a completely it, they're just completely non-committal about the canine's gender, and it just makes me giggle.
I don't know if dogs have genders.
What? They just have equipment?
Yeah,
Meow, kitty.
my grandfather could not get his head around the idea that his dog wasn't a boy dog who would be offended if he had a bow on his head.
Why
Could
would the
not get it.
dog be offended?
Yeah, could not wrap his head around the idea that human beings are the only ones who give a shit. It's like, you can't put a bow on Trapper, he's a boy.
E, I'm doing great, Pa 90. How are you? Wah.
I'm doing good.
Come back, mailman! I shall get you!
assuming I'm not too far behind on the streams. Racing an old man.
I don't know. Chasing the mailman seems pretty natural to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so.
How are you, Electronus?
I'm all right.
It sounds like a case of the meh.
Pretty much.
Right? I don't know. Aha, scary house.
I would ask how a wolf uses a sword, but it appears to be just magic is the answer.
Do you need a reason? Or a lie? Other than it's fucking awesome.
No, not really. Rule of cool is the main thing.
No? I'm not feeling absolutely horrible with my voice anymore, so it's nice to go back to this habit of stream now.
Oh?
Also, I've been setting up Pokemon cards along with T so that people can play it in VR.
Yeah. I've I know there have been other people the last 2 times, but it's the third time you've told me.
Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm a potato.
That
Also,
said, I
he's in
still
stream,
feel I
so.
need.
I'm
Yeah, that's
what?
fair.
Also, he's on stream right now, so.
I mean, I have the stream up just without audio.
I know, but he's
Yeah.
also talking to people watching, so.
Yes,
He,
I understand.
that. Give me that teeth. I will kick your face into silly deep.
Demons.
Imps.
Who let them? Demons aren't allowed.
Also, is it just me, or does it seem like older controllers are generally better put together?
I don't know. My Xbox One controller has been amazing. So,
Or is it because they're generally less complex?
again, I don't know. Because,
Huh.
yeah. Like I said, I've had no issues with my Xbox One controller, so.
I've had the shoulder button give out twice on Xbox controllers for me.
I think it really is just luck of the draw.
One of them snapped, the other one is currently only actuating every now and then, and I need to figure out why, and so I can figure out how to repair it.
Yeah, I would say their quality control doesn't tend to be very great, is what I would tell you. I wouldn't say that it's bad design or anything, but that their quality control tends to be lacking.
Seems to happen a lot.
It's a common issue.
Ew.
I just opened Twitter. Are you using that PlayStation controller? God,
Yes,
how old
I
is
am
that?
using that PlayStation 1 controller.
It's a PS1 controller? Jesus. No wonder it's yellow.
But it feels so good in my hands. Kamui. Wait, I think this is the last game.
I simply restate my statement.
Alright. The thing is, I'm gonna have to decide when I want to play on stream after this gameplay. I have so many things that I picked up from the 3DS and Wii U shops. Honestly, I wish I had a DS that could stream.
Mhm.
Am I hearing the merchant from Resident Evil?
What?
I don't know, it sounded like I was hearing it from somewhere. I don't know why.
Meanwhile, I have no idea what the hell you would even be hearing.
Who knows? The world is a strange and mysterious place.
Is the merchant in the room with us now?
Going. House in middle of nowhere. Yay!
Probably not a trap. It is a hunter.
Yes.
Derg.
Under soft meat.
Mm.
Get boop.
No boops.
Boop bad.
Yes, spooky.
Rules.
This doesn't really look like the weather for a short station.
People who are used to that kind of cold, can be kind of freaky with what they can tolerate as far as cold goes.
Fair enough. Kira and I are extremely different in our comfortable temperatures. How does he fire them?
Okay. I'm gonna have to use actual goodies.
Bones, really? God, that's
Man, this guy is annoying.
Can you hit him from range?
Oh, jeez. Woof. Oh, that went off like a nuke. Okay, I did a little bit better that time. Funky. You're a weird guy. A punkle? What is a punkle?
I assume it's whatever.
Oh,
That's-
they know him. Wait, is that Isun? Get annoying. Nice sized warrior. Lechku and Nechku. Oh, that sucks. Is it just me, or is there a lot of situations where they have instances where you have to kill a certain number of demons or other things before, say, a sword becomes more magical in Japan?
I don't know.
It seems like a big anime trope.
I think it's just a big trope.
Hello, Freya. How are you?
Except for here.
Yes. Magical Flufdergen.
Is he magical? Or is he just a flute dirk?
Power of Horny? What? Then again, that's half the people I know, so
Just half?
at least.
Ah, at least. Got it.
Wait,
16-hour
what?
day.
What the fuck? Fair? Are you okay? Hey, I remember this bozo. Let's make his thing glow with lightning. Oh dear fuck. Okay, so that happened. Oh,
So,
Prayer, that's bullshit. No.
how
I,
did
I
you end up babysitting generators for 6 hours?
I think I'm turning this guy into Link. I've made him shoot fire arrows and electrical arrows. What's next?
Ice arrows?
I don't know, maybe. He goes, this can't be a coincidence. Doesn't seem like a curse either. This must be fate. This has to be a sign from the gods. My destiny to live and die with my arrows. All this time I've been saying I wanted to do big things. But I was really just traveling so I could have an easy life. Actually, there's no such thing as not when you devote yourself to mastering one thing. God has shown me my true path of archery. What are you gonna do now? I can't do the voices right now. My throat still hurts, goddamn. I want it to stop hurting.
You only was able to look this week. Not be working Friday. I would hope you're not working Friday. I'm surprised you're working tomorrow. I guess because people are still in the state.
I work tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
I work tomorrow. Friday.
Poor Hunter. Why? You feeling better though now?
Yeah,
That's good.
well, I went to work today, so yeah.
Okay. By the way, I'm gonna go into details now, but when you're ready to go over that thing, let me know. Okay?
What thing?
On Nitor. When you're ready to.
Yeah, I'll have to check my finances and all that. And it'll probably be next week I'll go and check again, because I don't have off until Tuesday and Wednesday, because then Thursday I have to go inventory another store.
Well, I could certainly help. I suppose, Freyr.
It's more like a dog and their mushroom. Is he a mushroom?
No,
He looks like a mushroom.
he's a tiny dude.
Is he wearing the mushroom?
He's basically wearing a ladybug hat.
Oh, a ladybug.
He is Isun.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of people refer to him as a bug. Ooh, pretty. Where's the East? No squimsh.
Fine, we'll just squimsh to Lorgan.
Wah. I figured I need. Yeah. Hello. Welcome back to
Bark.
Bork.
Oh.
York. Aha! I've got the goodies. Just existing in the office was rotten for you?
Well, I imagine after 16 fucking. Probably shouldn't be worse.
Let's see. Herbs for our sheep. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out when I probably want to go about the process of finally hacking my Wii U and 3DS. Apparently, there's options if you hack a new 3DS. There's an option that allows you to stream video from it. That's actually not too bad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the thing is, it's only with the new 3DS. You can do it with the old one, but it's going to be like at 10 frames per second.
I see.
Even so, it's going to prioritize one of the screens less. The fuck is that thing? I don't know what it is, and I don't like it. It can fuck off. That is a weird monster. Kill it with fire. Oh, we have ice physics.
Of course, it's a requirement that games have ice physics.
It's a bird.
Take that friction slider and turn it all the way down.
Wait, it's not interested in that? I guess I'll give it fish. Boy, that bear's got a small head and a big butt. What the hell?
Very thin.
You know, speaking of butts, I suddenly remembered a little part of an old Forgotten Realms book. One of the Harpels decided to magically transport his brain into his ass when they were fighting Illithids.
I'm sorry. I must have missed something. What?
Yes. He literally made himself a butt head. Or head ass. I don't know. But yeah. The Illithid couldn't find his brain. I just found that funny. Alright, sleep well, Freyer. You know, they don't really offer much good things for you to buy with the merchants in the game, I'm finding. Here we go. Yes. What is this?
Mr. Freyr going to bed. Yes.
Who
he
wept
does.
here?
Good night, Freyr.
I don't think I checked this house. Bombs.
Bombs, you have my attention.
Alakablam. Hey, it's a go board. But it seems like it has very few. Box. Bucks. I got turned around. Wait, what are they doing out here? You know, it's kind of funny how, as kids, we always want to grow up faster, and yet the moment we're adults and we get a few years into that, we realize how easy we had it, and then kind of just want to go back to that. Kind of funny. Blowfish.
What are you doing?
I caught a blowfish. So I figured, why not? Wait a minute, what? Gallop. Okay then.
Well, I'm gonna go drop in on some other folks. Y'all have a good.
Go boop them.
I will.
Ow. Good kitty. Come here. Come here. Octopus. Oh,
Wah, wah.
Yellowtail. My sister used to play the fishing mini games constantly. Yeesh. Oh my god, that's huge.
Imagine having to do this with a Wiimote.
Oh no! Is that how you played it?
No. I played it on PS3.
I have a copy of that one.
I have it on Switch now. I have no excuse to not play it, but
Okami is always worth playing.
it's also a game that takes a lot of time.
Supreme Tuna!
I like Supreme.
I still don't understand Supreme.
In what sense? Sour cream and tomato, the clothing brand.
The clothing brand. I don't get it.
It's essentially they're just marketing by. How do I put it? They're marketing by putting a logo that is very bold and easy to recognize onto like fucking drop shipped stuff from China. And because they like built up what you could call like street cred for being fashionable,
How is it
they
fashionable?
kind of managed to like they kind of managed to do the fast fashion model for things that aren't clothes. They do clothes, but they also do other things.
Yeah, like they sold a brick.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, people actually bought it.
They're basically just gaming shit.
I'll just call it a stupid people tax. Amusing. What's up here? Be soon. What do we have here? Hard head. Break objects you couldn't before. So silly! Be headstrong. Don't let obstacles stand in your way. Oh, jeez. Break the rocks in his Zen garden. Do you remember those old Pokemon moves like Skull Bash that just took forever to work?
Yeah.
Did they ever take that out? I think they did.
No.
See, I'm blaming you for me having an interest in Pokemon again.
Yeah, I do that. I find the next fire thing, and then, I drag everybody kicking and screaming into it.
You suck.
No, that's for everyone else to do. In appreciation for the fact that I drag them kicking and screaming into the next fire thing.
I'm assuming you're excited for Pikmin 4, aren't you?
Decently. There's some things I'm unsure about. But I'll say what I'm very, very excited for is the return of dungeons.
Cool.
Yeah, the fact that we're absent from 3 felt weird.
3 looked interesting because it actually integrated the Wii U gamepad pretty decently. But I didn't have enough to get it to.
3 is interesting. I have my gripes with 3, but 3 isn't bad. I think the choice of making it so you obtain fruit as the items that you're grabbing limited some of the potential for the items you'd be getting. It's too narrow of a scope. Not enough that you can do with it that's fun. Because one of the funny things about Pikmin was always that the items that you're collecting have funny names or funny gimmicks with them. Like in Pikmin 2, you found a glove. And you know, Olimar is the height of a Game Boy Advance cartridge. So you have to think how big a glove is compared to him. And when you collect this big ass item and you get it back to the ship names it, and I don't even, I'm not even fucking kidding, 5-man knapsack, which is a mistranslation. What it means to say is a 5-man sleeping bag.
That's funny.
Yes. In Pikmin 3, because it's all fruit, there aren't a lot of funny names. I think the only one I could find that makes me giggle is that the apple is called a worm condo.
Worm condo, really?
Yeah. In Japan, the avocado was called a crocodile scrotum, but that didn't make its way over to the international version, unfortunately.
Yeah, it seems Nintendo's a little bit more raunchy in Japan.
Yeah.
Like Captain Rainbow.
I think in Japan they're just a little less shy about, like, male genitals.
There are some things, though, that are problematic.
There's some things that are problematic, but, like, if you look at that episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure where Polnareff gets turned into a fucking toddler and runs around buck-ass naked for 2 fucking episodes, that's not something you would see on TV here.
No, it isn't.
I'll put it that way. I don't think that episode's problematic. It's just really fucking weird. And
It's
somewhat
awkward.
uncomfortable.
Like, I've noticed that in Asia, it seems people are a little less concerned about nudity. Is that
Yeah.
just Japan or Asia in general?
I don't know. I think that they can still be rather misogynist about the female form, but if you have Vaguna, they treat that kind of the same way. Of like, oh no, this is some horrible thing you must never see. But also it's the only thing in the world that you should want to see. It's weird. There's some weird double standards there.
I think most cultures have weird double standards. Don't they?
Yeah.
I just want to learn all the techniques. Why is it making me take so long? Come on. You know? Part of me's tempted to do another cell-shaded adventure after this.
Is it one where you have to save your sister?
It might be.
Instead of you.
I just wish I could mod in one of my own characters, or if it'd be funny if it had like an Avali mod for it.
The randomizer lets you import characters, or at least they have ones built in. There's a Chocobo, there's also Cass.
I saw the Cass one. That was cute.
Yeah, that's the closest I think you'd get to an Avali. But there's also a cute Chocobo. It's the design from Chocobo Adventures or whatever it's called, the spin-off.
Chocobo's
That's
Mystery
basically-
Dungeon.
Yeah, it's that one. I didn't think it was Mystery Dungeon originally. I thought that was like a crossover.
Chocobo's Mysterious Dungeon or something like that. And then there was Torneko no Daibokon. I probably butchered it. But it was from Dragon Quest that actually had that kind of thing. That's one of the earliest ones. Does that kind of formula. At least I think.
Yeah, it's Chocobo's Mysterious Dungeon. Then there's Chocobo's Dungeon 2. I think they might have crossed over with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But yeah, it's that design for a Chocobo. Yeah,
The cute
super
Chocobo.
chibi one. Yeah, the super cute chibi one. Not like the more realistic like Final Fantasy X one.
I think I accidentally rejected him. Now I have to go outside and come. But yeah, I've been looking at those cards through each of those decks, and I go like, I could be interested in this. I never actually properly played.
I mean, if you want to learn, we could like play in VR sometime soon. Or Tabletop Simulator.
I think VR, especially considering we're getting all those card decks and everything set up.
It'd be really cool to get snappable chairs, as in like anchor pointed chairs for playing Pokemon too.
You know, we could use the same snapper keywords for that for a playmat as we do for the deck. Do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, we could.
We just need like a 3D model and a nice little texture to go with it. I also have a lot of RPGs I could play through. Well,
I didn't quite catch what you said there. Sorry.
I also have a lot of RPGs I could play through too.
Yes.
I think I have far more hope healing at this point. Also, I actually started playing through Sun again, so I might actually finish it.
Yes.
I found out that
I'm gonna make a new file in Sword and Shield. Well, Sword. I don't have Shield yet. I don't know if I ever will. Yeah.
I think I'd veer towards Sword myself.
Oh my god, I wonder if it has anything to do with Zacian being absolutely busted.
Huh?
Zacian is like one of the most pushed Pokemon they've ever made. As in, they nerfed him in the new games.
They got to the point where they felt they had to nerf.
Yeah. Zacian was so pushed. Like, Zenzamata was strong, but Zacian was just ridiculous.
I'm assuming Zacian is the Sword doggo.
Yeah.
What about the Shield one? Was it any good?
It's okay. Also, on Pokemon Live, they rotated cards out without releasing the new set yet. So, okay, there's cards you can't use, but none of their equivalents that are getting reprinted in Scarlet and Violet are out yet. So, haha, fun.
Going through and getting all the bother. And I'd still need 2 million for Brown Rage. For what is basically the ability to take a dump on someone. But, T, how would you say... How much do you actually have to use your brain in the newest Pokemon game?
Oh, almost never.
Like, are they afraid that kids are just stupid or something?
Pretty much.
Like, come on, we had game like Red and Blue were pretty gnarly in their difficulty. There's no reason that today's kids can't do it.
You know, I can think of all the reasons for why Pokemon TCG Live is worse than Pokemon TCGO, but I can't write them down because not enough paper exists.
It's just a bad rendition that they changed over to because they didn't like the fact that another company did a better job than they did. It's simple as that. You know, it'd been funny if if people had managed to organize into a boycott to prevent it from going to live.
Here's the thing, they thought that they could make it better in-house than Direwolf Digital could make it for them, and they were wrong. Horribly fucking wrong.
And they refused to admit that.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, why are we paying another company to make our online client when we could make it ourselves? It's like, because you're the Pokemon company, you're not actually a game dev studio. Fucking idiot.
I think that they're honestly fucking stupid.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
Noodle time. Bye bye.
Good one.
And we now have Big Foxer.
Very big.
Drink. It's a drink ray. I got my sword.
Your sword.
Hello, Lasiris. What up, cat butt? Bye. Ah, modeling again. Okay, cool. Psycho kid. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm spending like what is it, 20 minutes getting all these unlocked. Ooh. I also had that there's a few new 3DSs that actually have an IPS screen.
I don't know what that means.
It means it has better viewing angles and clarity,
Okay.
better colors, things like that. Hmm. Alright, I have dealt with all of that. There we go. Very nice. No, don't bite. Settle down. Tired of you gallivanting around. Kitty. Bush. Settle down. Defeat. Yeah. Achievement unlocked. All creatures great and Stopping. Um, there we go. I'm dead. Otobukia kit. I'm guessing you're referring to some sort of Gundam or Gunpla or something. Sirith. Wally's house, no mantras allowed. He has a fish mask. Ah, funky. Cat is being violently affectionate. Okay, not step there. Well, that kind of sucks, Lucerys. Sounds like they're poorly built. When I say that, I mean not a very good sculpt like that. Get over. Yeah, sometimes they just build shit. Like, all you need to do to trigger a Warhammer fan is simply say Finecast.
I am not enjoying this new meta in Pokemon. All hail Lost Box, the only deck in existence.
Why? Is everyone just going with one thing?
Lost Box is the only, like, super viable deck at the moment.
And what's its direct counter?
Nothing.
Oh, so that's why.
There's only one Pokemon that kind of counters it, Klefki. And it's not a hard enough counter to slot into decks. Like, you'd have to build a dedicated anti-Lost Box deck, and you'd lose every other matchup.
Can you know that
It's
you're
a
going?
hard...
Can you know that you're going up against the Lost Box one?
No. So, yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know how they would print a card to counter Lost Box, because Lost Box cares about cards being in the Lost Zone, aka removed from play. And if you make cards that return removed from play cards to play, that's ridiculously broken and would become its own ridiculously broken archetype.
I guess it may be a card that just needs to get banned.
It's not an individual card, it's a set of cards that are all really broken, like Mirror Gate and Comfy. So, I think really the solution here is...
Aren't there situations where you ban card combos where you can't have the following cards combined together?
only if the meta... Like, they haven't done that in fucking years. They don't like doing that anymore. I think the main thing that they could do is try to print a card that just outs it really easily. And I don't know how you could do it other than making a stadium that makes it so you can't recover energy cards from... Or I don't know. Even that would be really broken. I don't know what you could do to kneecap Lost Box, but Comfy is a bullshit card. It needs to be gone. When that thing rotates out, the game will be better.
I'm guessing that's going to be a while, though.
Yeah. You'd need a card that says something like your opponent can't move damage counters or something. Or every time a Pokemon is switched from the active position, it takes a fuckload of damage. Because that's one thing Lost Box does, is switching their active Pokemon very constantly. 40 damage to a Pokemon every time it switches out. Comfy would only be able to switch it out once before it would be at risk of knocking itself out. I guess that's something you could do.
I'm guessing a lot of people will then start raging, wouldn't they? As you...
Or what if they printed a card that all of its attack costs become 0 when your opponent has 5 or more cards in the Lost Zone and you have none? Or like, if your opponent has more cards in the Lost Zone than you, this attack has no cost, deal 70 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. You could just keep knocking out Comfies. Something like that. They need an equivalent to Drapion, because Drapion V was is a card that was printed to out Mew. Mew was such a huge problem, was in this like tier 0 situation where why would you play literally fucking anything else?
So you need
they printed a card that outs it.
You need to have something that you can have in your... that you can just include in a deck that deals with something that bad. And it doesn't...
Exactly.
And it's done in a way that they can't just go like, where you have to design your entire deck around doing so.
And it also needs to be something that Lost Box itself can't use. Like, it needs to be designed in a way that Lost Box isn't just going to start running it too. It needs to be something that isn't useful to Lost Box that outs Lost Box.
Why did I accidentally do that? I wonder, how many exorcism slip larges do I have? 5 of them! How much health off the final boss do you think that would knock off?
I'm not sure.
I think it would be probably very dumb. Apparently, I need a tier 3 slash.
You know, listeners, when I see those like Gunpla, I don't know what Gunpla means, but those kits where it's like the Bandai Namco like plastic mecha kits, and how well they go together without even needing glue, and like how well the pieces fit together without any adjusting, filing, or cutting. I I wonder why they can't just do that with like Warhammer.
Because
Like why
Games
don't
Workshop lazy.
like why doesn't Games Workshop like get their models to fit together that well? And here's the thing, they're still posable. Oh, okay. But yeah, like these Gunpla models are like they're posable as hell. But they go together way better than Games Workshop like 40K model. I think Games Workshop needs to take some notes. I might play 40K again with 10th edition if it deserves it, just because they're making it a lot less. They're trying to make games shorter and they're trying to cut down on rules bulk.
As long as they cut down on being shot off the table.
Rule bloat is currently the biggest problem with 9th edition, and it's the reason I won't play it. You spend an hour and a half just setting up to play the frickin' game, and then if the terrain isn't set up just right, you get shot off the table. Yeah, listeners, there's other companies and even indie people who are making way better models than Games Workshop now. Games Workshop really needs to up their game, especially since they might be losing their Lord of the Rings game soon.
Ah, who's taking it over?
Some other company now has the rights to a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings merchandise, and it might mean that Games Workshop won't be making the Lord of the Rings miniatures game anymore.
Well, who do you think would get it?
I don't know the name of the company. Another company has the rights to make stuff like that now. So it's a big possibility that Games Workshop's going to have to stop making their miniatures game for Lord of the Rings.
Depending on who does it, that could mean that the game simply might die.
Well, here's the thing. Who's to say that other company has any interest in continuing the miniatures game? It could be that just the game dies, like loses support forever. The products, they don't make any more, and then the game's just dead. So like that's a concern. Another thing that'd be fun to see is Games Workshop actually doing a better job at how do I put it? Keeping all their armies supported. People go, oh, Games Workshop only has so many people. Dude, you are one of the most profitable companies in the fucking world right now. Fuck off. Go hire new people. You're telling me we can't get Vestroyans and Talarn and like all of these fucking guard like
They could. They
screws?
refuse to.
Yeah, like you telling me you can't hire people to like. Do you know how many indie people out there are making their own miniatures and selling them for a fraction of the fucking price that you could hire to do that fucking job, who would do a better job than the people currently employed at Games Workshop? Because there's a lot of people out there. Lost Kingdom Miniatures makes Games Workshop look like chumps right now.
I get the feeling it's because people at Games Workshop are afraid that they'd lose their jobs.
Like, here's the thing: just bring in some new fucking blood to help like fill in some of these ranges. Like, if these companies can put out, like 50 miniatures a month in some cases with only a handful of artists, what is Games Workshop's excuse?
They don't
Other
have one.
than other than, having to manufacture them. But here's the thing. You can get another manufactorum, my dude. You are Games Workshop. You print money. You have one of the most popular games on the market right now, and your biggest competition in the tabletop market just shot itself in both feet simultaneously.
Wizards
Look at
did
you,
screw itself so hard. They tried to pull the wall over people's eyes when those people are the same ones who spend forever looking at obscure rules decisions.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Games Workshop has a history of shooting themselves in the foot. They don't have Pokemon anymore. They haven't had Pokemon since the EX era, because they were continually trying to apply.
Wizards?
Sorry, yeah. Wizards of the Coast hasn't had Pokemon since the EX era because they kept trying to apply Magic the Gathering rulings to Pokemon trading card game. Even though intelligence systems kept telling them no, even though creatures kept telling them no, even though Nintendo kept telling them no, everybody who owns Pokemon kept telling them to stop fucking doing that. They wouldn't stop fucking doing that, and then they fucked around and found out.
Why'd they want to
This,
use Magic the Gathering rulings?
because they're dumb. Fun fact, they would put the name of the card instead of this Pokemon, so it wouldn't say this, when you use this attack, this Pokemon discards energy or whatever. It would say, like, when Blaine's Charizard uses Super Mega Duper Blast, discard 2 energy from Blaine's Charizard. If you copied that effect with Metronome on Clefairy or Clefable, it would cause your opponent's Charizard to discard energy, because technically the wording says that Blaine's Charizard is the one that discards energy, not Clefairy. And that was the official Wizards of the Coast ruling, that if your opponent had a cost in their effect and you copied it with Metronome, your opponent had to pay the cost, not you. Also, they tried to apply the stack to Pokemon. The idea that before effects are activated, they go into a pile where they resolve in order, from most recently played to least recently played. That's not a thing in Pokemon. When you use an effect, it goes off instantly. There is no stack in Pokemon. When an ability is activated, it is immediately resolved. But they added the stack to Pokemon, and it made zero fucking sense. It didn't work, and cards were not designed to work with it. And it led to a billion very confusing rulings that weren't a thing in Japan because it was released by the Pokemon company in Japan. No, sorry, they had a different company printing cards in Japan at that point, but they were just printed. And the events were run by the Pokemon company. Eventually, they just got sick of Wizards of the Coast being obstinate assholes, and they just, like, took the license away and started printing them themselves.
Well, here's the thing. The funny thing is, Nintendo could have actually done that. Because Nintendo started out with cards and things like that, didn't they?
Exactly. I think Nintendo probably did help. I mean, they're like a quarter of the company, so. It's a weird parallel with Direwolf Digital, because it's a similar thing with Direwolf Digital where the Pokemon company decided we could do this better in-house. The only difference between these two situations was that when it came to the trading card game, yes, they could do it better in-house. When it came to the online client, no, they fucking couldn't.
Now, maybe if they had actual team that's devoted to doing games do it, like Nintendo proper.
If you put me in charge of that project, the first things I would do would be to reach out to Game Freak to ask them about the Pokemon character designs, not the Pokemon themselves, the actual NPC human characters, in order to revamp the avatar system. That way the avatars actually look like they belong in the Pokemon series and don't look like weird Facebook space babies. Also, I would be reaching out to Intelligent Systems in order to create a rules engine that actually is accurate to the real rules of Pokemon, so that when you enter a card, it doesn't break every time you enter a new card in. I would also be reaching out to the graphic designers at Creatures Inc. To help design the UI, because the UI doesn't look like it belongs with the Pokemon cards. It looks like some weird, really bad attempt to make some like techno, like futuristic UI that looks crappy and doesn't fit with the Pokemon cards that are in it. Like their rules engine, their avatars, and their UI are the three things that fundamentally have to change before anything else can get better. Because their UI is awful. If you had to build a screen where people make a deck, would you make the part where you can see the cards in your deck? Okay. So you have a big side and a small side, right? So you know, like, oh, one side is going to be big and the other side is going to be small. Which side do you make bigger? The one that actually shows you the deck that you're building, or the one where you're searching cards?
I would say the deck you're building, but you might
Yeah.
want to have it so that it can change depending on which one's focused.
Okay, so like that makes sense. But over at Pokemon Company, whoever the fuck they got to do this doesn't know what they're doing. And so your deck is actually takes up less than, like, I'd say it takes up about 15% of the screen, and the rest of it is dedicated just to searching cards.
Are these people fucking stupid?
It gets worse. If you want to see other arts of a card, so say you have multiple different versions of a card with different art, they're not shown. It actually only shows you the very first one that's in the system. So usually the default, like, lowest rarity of the card, and then you have to click it, and then you have to click more to show the other arts.
So does this make Magic the Gathering look like amazing, I'm guessing? MTGO Online?
Yes, MTGO is 1,000 times a better client than Live, which is saying something.
That's kind of sad, actually.
Play Magic Arena, play Eternal, play Legends of Runeterra, play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel for a week, and Live will make you want to vomit. It is so badly designed.
So I guess you're probably going to want to focus on maybe playing in VR more then.
I still enjoy playing the Pokemon trading card game, and I still like being able to play in ranked. But god dang, it is not, like, the client is not ready. It has been bad for 14 months. This came out in beta 14 months ago. It should be good by now, but it isn't.
It is dog water.
Like, you're telling me you can't fix the fundamental problems with your system before you take out the old one, and you had 14 months to fucking do it? So what did this most recent patch do? This patch came out yesterday. So there's been a problem where cards from Crown Zenith have been broken for literal months since they were released and were never fixed. Manaphy and Kyogre give out what I like to call emotional support damage counters. As in, they're damage counters that sit on the Pokemon but don't count as damage, and won't knock a Pokemon out.
What's that for?
It's a glitch. So, say with Kyogre, you deal 200 damage to a Pokemon that has 50 HP, and you put 20 damage counters on it. That Pokemon isn't considered to be knocked out. Those 20 damage counters are just emotional support damage counters and don't really count as damage. You would have to then do a further actual 50 damage to knock that Pokemon out.
Why?
Same with Manaphy, giving out emotional support counters. They're not actually damage counters. They look like damage counters and they act like them, but they won't knock a Pokemon out. They are basically not considered to be damage on the Pokemon. They just look pretty. Well, in this newest patch, they fixed Kyogre, but not Manaphy, who had the exact same glitch, and people were also complaining about that. They fixed one, but not the other. And in the same patch, they broke a staple card. Scoop Up Net returns a basic Pokemon to your hand. And they broke it so that it returns the Pokemon and everything attached to it to your hand. And if you don't understand why that's broken in Pokemon,
Because it fills up your hand with everything and you can reuse it.
it returns resources to your hand. The thing about Scoop Up Net is that you can use it to rescue a Pokemon or to like move it. Say you don't want Comfy in the active spot. Okay, that's fair. You want to return Comfy to your hand. Okay, that makes sense. Now say that you have like a very big like V Pokemon that has a bunch of special energies and a choice band on it. There's no reason that when you do that, you should be able to remove all damage from it and also get all of those energies back and all of those Pokemon tools back. So they had to ban it. You know what the saddest part of this is? Scoop Up Net rotated out hours later, like a day later. Like, they broke Scoop Up Net for the final day that it was going to be legal.
Yeah.
They have imposed the new rotation list, aka old cards rotated out and new cards rotated in. The only problem is that no new cards have rotated in because they haven't released Scarlet and Violet yet. So they removed cards from the pool but didn't add any.
Why?
Scarlet and Violet isn't out for another 9 hours. So currently ranked in Pokemon Live is doo-doo garbage. Because it's post-rotation with none of the new cards post-rotation. It's fundamentally just less diversity in the metagame. I could go on. There's a lot of problems with Live.
Okay, I am confused about where I fucking need to go.
Whoever is currently in charge at Live just needs a big kick in the ass. Because they don't know what they're doing. I'm trying to think of like other really big problems there are fundamentally. Oh, there's also no collection viewer. If you want to look at your collection of cards, what you have to do is build a new deck, then scroll through your collection of cards, then exit the deck editor and delete the deck that you just made. Just to look at your collection, just to see what cards you own. Oh, did I mention that foils look fucking terrible? Because the animation they have for shiny cards basically just puts this obnoxious rainbow effect over them that makes it so you can't see any of the colors in the art. Because, yeah, they did that. They definitely did that. What about where Radiant Shinies just look like they have a checkerboard pattern on them? Delicious.
This is dumb.
The fucking arena for which you put your Pokemon cards in looks like a fucking... It looks like a UI designed in 2003. And not in like a funny, charming way. It just looks bad.
owl demons. Wait, lock and slots? But yeah, at this point, I don't know, remember any of this. Oh, okay. So all the demons coming back home to roost, as it were. Being kids is awful. Meow. Oh, jeez. Old man Methuselah tans hides in his sleep, too. Oh, God. I hate that. You've grown barely at all since I last saw you. I hate it. Okay, so basically he's not powerful enough to do the spell anymore, so she has to. Gosh, pet. Do not mock me, little sprite. Alright, here we go. Resurrection Bee. Okay. I'm a little missile. Well,
So you're telling me that you always know where you are because you know where you aren't?
well, I suppose it could work that way.
Missile always knows where it is.
Where? And the wolfie goes ahead and kills all the things.
As you should.
Rob the place. Ba 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 ba. Where am I going? Frozen dog. this person's smart. They built something into the wall. Wait, what? Hello, cat. Yes. What do you want?
Mao.
Yeah, that's basically it. You just come in and go Mao. This is tedious. Because I get the feeling if I push it into water or into a fire, I have to start over. I get the feeling that this section would be a speedrunner's bane. Ball. Hello, cat.
this need the world to know that Hawthorne's saying curse shit in DMs, and I need the police to be fucking called.
Sweetie, that's not nice. You don't have to out me like that.
I do have to out you.
What is going on? People are doing cursed shit again? Or is that just... That's just a Thursday for Hawthorne.
Uh,
This game does not have Katamari controls. It is not designed for this. Cat, if you're in my lap, you're going to be inconvenienced. Get over it.
I'm gonna kidnap Hedgie for just a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
I am quite certain this probably is. But do I need to crush the little kid under the snowball? I can't see shit. That snowball's so big. Okay. You know, I'm not sure that this is worth the praise. Is there any bloody reason to do this? This is getting silly. Digging King and Snowball King. Okay. Well, I guess it works. Alright, here we go. Ew. Cat, you have no chill. What the heck? The Ark of Yamato. Wow. Anyways, I think it's time to go ahead and call it a stream for the day. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do this tomorrow. Don't know how much of it we have left, but I think it's getting close to the end of the game. Like, how long it takes to finish. The Ow. That didn't feel good. Here. We're gonna go ahead and see who we can raid, shall we, guys? It's shrinking. That's annoying. I see someone playing another shell-sated adventure. Go ahead and go boop them on the nose. So, go ahead and check out the Twitter if you want to see when we go live. And there's also the Discord community. So, look forward to seeing you guys next time. You all have a wonderful day. Should be finishing this game probably in the next one or two streams. Here